They move like ghosts through a hall of metal and heat, voices low, breath tight. Somewhere in this facility, a python has coiled itself around a lioness. The radios stutter, footsteps hurry, doors slam. Something big is dying, and someone must stop it. A handler whispers as if the animals understand language more than force. Easy, easy, come take it, no rush. Meat is dropped, gates slide. The air trembles with fear under the calm instructions. Every voice sounds rehearsed, yet shaking, as if they know one wrong second becomes disaster. Then the panic cracks. Release! Let her go! Get off her! The python is crushing the lioness behind the acacia line. Branches snap, dust rises like breath of a furnace. Someone runs while calling coordinates. Another voice cuts in. Tigers are loose in the main hall! The fear spreads without sound, not screaming, but heavy, controlled terror of trained men who still feel small. Orders overlap. Cages, oxygen, scanners, routes, perimeter, river, microchip ID, weapon status. Every word sounds like a countdown. Trucks grind, metal doors roar, clamps fall shut. The world becomes procedure streaked with dread. Then, rescue phase. Hold the head, keep the tension, don't let it turn. Voices tremble under forced calm. The cage lowers, straps fly, hands lock, breath slows. Everything hangs on inches. A python the size of a nightmare is lowered like a bomb that can still wake up. A medic kneels by the lioness, whispering the way humans whispered to broken children. Easy, almost finished. You're brave. You're safe now. The animal's body trembles under bandage and morphine. Heart rate steadies. A life is pulled back from the edge without a scream, only with fear compressing air. Far ahead, traffic cams track a fleeing vehicle. No one knows if it carries stolen animals or more danger. Units deploy. Perimeter seals. The world outside continues unaware. Back at the holding zone. 3, 2, 1. Lift. A gate closes. A giant jaw is finally contained. The handlers collapse into a slow exhale. Not celebration, just survival. Meatballs are tossed like medals to the saved and the captured. A huge head eats in silence. A cub blinks with tired eyes. Humans murmur thanks not to each other, but to the beasts, like priests after a storm. You made it. You're safe now. Goodbye, old girl. And then comes back the one word that kept repeating across the entire operation like a ghost of the place itself. Heat. Heat in the steel, heat in the breath, heat in the fear. Night shift alarms keep pulsing in short, nervous breaths. Down the corridor, someone drags a steel crate that screams against concrete. That sound alone can spike a heartbeat. They talk in short bursts, not because of rush, but because words feel heavy in this heat. In another enclosure, a tranquilized cat still twitches, dreaming under sedatives. Its paw flexes like it still remembers fighting in the dark. A handler watches its chest rise, too slow, too deep. Fear again, but silent. Outside, the recovery team drives under flickering floodlights. Dust spirals behind their wheels like smoke on water. No one speaks. Even engines sound afraid. The further they move from the rescue point, the louder the memory of what was just avoided begins to echo inside their skulls. Back in the holding bay, they peeled bandages slowly. They cleaned the lioness's wounds with the same caution someone uses to handle live wires. Her eye half opens, not in trust, not in hate, just in pain. And that look alone makes the room feel colder than steel. Then the radio cracks again. A new voice, thin and shaking. Movement detected near the north fence. Something big. Not tagged, not ours. Every spine straightens. Lights pivot. Boots hit metal ramps. Rifles are raised not to fire, but to prepare for something they would rather not meet again tonight. The sound of breath inside helmets becomes louder than the animals. The unknown mass brushes through tall grass. Grass bows. Shadow widens. Someone whispers, "Too quiet. Too smooth. It's stalking, not running." Fear returns like a second wave. One of the men signals without sound. "Hold position. Don't pursue. Wait for eye confirmation." No one disobeys. The grass stops moving. The night stops breathing with it. Minutes stretch like hours until thermal scopes finally catch a shape, not cat, not dog, not anything they recognize fast enough to speak. Before anyone labels it, the shape withdraws back into dark, like it was listening to them the whole time. Silence falls wrong, like a warning. The radio operator's hand shakes when he presses transmit. Unknown predator is still at large. We are not alone out here. No scream, no chaos, just dread. The kind that grows slowly, like mold on oxygen, like heat inside walls. They lock the final transport cage. They take one last look at the lioness, breathing steady now, eyes closed again. One handler touches the bars and whispers under his breath, not for the animal, but for himself. At least one life made it back tonight. They roll the unit away. The corridor lights hiss. The night remains full of things unseen. And the men walk back knowing that somewhere in that darkness, something watched them save one beast and might be waiting to reclaim another.